actually, I feel like I've been gone a long time. We left again last week and went back up to the meadow. There was a bunch of snow and it was super fun. But I'm stoked to be back in the kitchen. So I keep getting requests for a pantry video, which to me is interesting because it's such a personal thing. Pantries reflect how we eat and how we cook. And so by no means is this video meant to be any sort of primer on how to build a pantry, how to stock a pantry. This stuff that I have here is indicative of how we eat. So as a plant-based eater, this is the stuff that I keep in my cupboards. I don't have a specific pantry. I'm kind of like a squirrel. I have it all over the house, but the majority of it is downstairs. Now, a lot of you came over from Wrangler Star's channel, and I know many of you, just by your names, are preppers, so you guys are gonna like this. I am not a prepper, but I have prepping, hoarding, whatever you want to call it, tendencies. And when I'm cooking, especially cooking for others, I don't want to stop and have to go to the store in the middle of something, and a lot of times I can't. Like, I can't leave for 40 minutes at a time. Something will burn or not come out right. So I keep on hand all of the things I use the most. A few years ago, a girlfriend of mine called and asked if I would be interested in starting a little co-op with her. So we got some friends together and we buy in bulk. So I go maybe once a quarter and pick up a big pallet of things and we distribute it. So when she made this offer, I was all for it. I made a list for you and I'll have this posted just below this video. If you click on the About tab and Show More, you'll see the whole complete list. I organized it in a way that makes sense to me, and I broke it down. So you can't see this, but above my cabinets, here and here, are all jars full of food. So I always buy in bulk if I can. This section are all the gluten-free flours, things like millet, amaranth, buckwheat, corn, those types of things, some starches. This section is beans and legumes. I do want to talk about beans. Beans to me they're my steak, my chicken, my whatever. So I have a lot of varieties. Okay, and that's not even all of them. So beans have their own characteristic. They're all so different. I read an article a few years ago that looked at the nutrient profile in a variety of different beans. As a rule of thumb, the darker the color, the more nutritious, the more nutrients. So when you're considering a single ingredient like beans, knowing that they all have a different nutrient profile just stresses the importance of variety. And in a balanced diet, variety is king. I order enough for 6 months to 8 months, and I'll order my favorite varieties, and then I'll add a new variety. So if it's something I've never tried before, I'll order a pound, or maybe I'll order 3 pounds if I'm feeling adventurous. I generally stick with a pound. And I try them. So a lot of them, this is a perfect example. It's a European soldier bean. This one is very reminiscent of a kidney bean. It has a mealy texture. It holds together. It's a little bit creamier. Wonderful in chili, wonderful in salad. And so that was a bean I had never had before, and I just tried it. And now it's a favorite. So experiment. Try new things. Because a bean is not a bean. Like, beans are so different and they have different properties and they nourish your body in different ways. And from the beans, I have rices, different rices, black, brown, sweet, spices. Of course, the top of the fridge is a valuable shelf for nuts, and I also make my own vanilla. I have 2 of these jars in rotation at all times. When they get about to half, I will add a few more vanilla beans and fill them back up with vodka, and then let it sit in a dark place for 3 or 4 months, and then I use the other one. It's much cheaper than buying it. Weird things like rose petals, chili pods, dried fruits, and then salt, pepper, grains, whole grains, and a couple more spices. And the only ones I use bay all the time because I love it, so I keep it bay right above the stove. So it's out of place, but that's my method. So I'm going to take you down the stairs. Let's go. Now I'm just going to warn you, my husband and I live like a roving band of gypsies, or maybe just like parentless children. I don't know. If you like these videos, give me a thumbs up. It really helps us rank in the searches, and more searches means a bigger audience. A bigger audience is you have more people to reach, and hopefully my love and passion of food and cooking gets somebody into the kitchen and out of the fast food restaurants. So thanks for doing your part. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye.